Now to a News 12 exclusive tonight. We're looking into concerns at a Sullivan County prison where staff are mysteriously getting sick. Our Blaze Gomez has learned that in some cases, life-saving treatment was needed, and he sat down with a witness about what they say is going on behind bars.
Inside Woodbourne Correctional Facility.
They're collapsing or falling down. Some are having seizures.
Sources who work at the Sullivan County State Prison say staff are getting sick by fentanyl and synthetic drugs that prisoners are getting their hands on and smoking. This worker asked we conceal his identity.
You just had a officer get Narcan 4 times, another officer fall out and almost choke on his own vomit.
News 12 has pressed the Department of Corrections and Community Supervision for information about the incidents for more than a week. After a series of tips from multiple sources behind bars, Docs confirms that a total of 8 correction officers have been sickened with similar symptoms since late January, in some cases requiring life-saving care. State officials say they're working to get to the bottom of this and that canines have been deployed here. But so far, they say no physical contraband has been found.
It's not just officers. You're talking about civilian staff, nurses.
Reps for the state correctional officers and police benevolent association say there's a recent spike in complaints of dizziness, nausea, and in some cases, loss of consciousness among prison staff statewide. They believe it's because of drugs and other substances being smuggled in by visitors and the mail, and say in some cases it's disguised as paper dipped in the liquefied material. The incidents have critics debating whether the reports could be to deflect from recent backlash following the alleged correction officer-involved death of an inmate upstate, or possibly psychological because of stress. But people we spoke to say that's not what's happening here.
When you get people that are become unresponsive and you have to utilize Narcan, that's not necessarily anxiety-ridden.
Blaze Gomez, News 12.
Some shocking details. Thank you, Blaze, for that report. And the Department of Corrections and Community Supervision says 16 Woodbourne prisoners have also received emergency care in the last 2 weeks for a variety of symptoms, including apparent overdoses. They say the situation remains under investigation.